That's the story. What's the moral of the story? Information is?
Important.
Important. Information is? Crucial. Information is powerful. Absolutely. Extremely. Our productivity was 4 and 5 times the rest of us with a little bit of information. I know we can learn. We're at that point. Can we unlearn some things that we're doing? Not that those things are bad, but are there other opportunities as we lift up our gaze from our patterns and our routines to identify other exciting opportunities that we can do in the classroom? On a scale of 1 to 10, for those of you that have read that book, how much value was in that book? Show me with fingers, those of you that read that book, how much value on a scale of 1 to 10? Do you see the pattern? Make sure your neighbor sees the pattern. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, then 9, you'll go back up to the top for 10. We're going to do this one more time. If you get to 54 this time, does everybody see the pattern? Wave your hand if you still not see it. Okay, one last time, everybody, as fast as you can. The train is rolling, with or without us. It will never replace the face-to-face interaction that you and I do in the classroom, but it's a great resource. So what I did, I call it the revolving door. We see our students come and go each day, each semester, each year, and I've always asked my question, how long will it last? How long will that learning last? So I set out to identify creative classroom learning activities and to see what they had in common. I remember pulling in the parking lot, feeling a hollow feeling in my stomach as I saw the towering frame of the steel eel rising up out of the trees. And my kid said to me, "And Dad, you're going to go on it with us too, aren't you?" And I said, "If I have to." But I'm not too excited about the idea. So we're about to sit down on this roller coaster with my youngest next to me and his older sister in front of him. All of a sudden, Carson's starting to panic. He's freaking out. He says, "Dad, look how tall." I said, "I know. It's not too late. We can still get off." "No, Dad, I think we can do it." Down we sit, click goes the bar, and off we roll. You've heard of white knuckles? There's mine, and it's a good thing I have my sunglasses on so you can't see my tears. And look at this kid behind. I don't even know him. But what message is he sending? Bring it on. Bring it on. Okay, the change, the innovation in our classroom, new ideas in our classroom. So I'm going to share some things, and I hope you just go with it. Because the opposite of go with it is judgment. And oftentimes when we judge, we reject. It'll never work. We tried that before. This is my pattern. This is my path. This is what I've always done as a teacher. And we may be missing some opportunities to engage our students. My wife always cuts off the end of her famous Thanksgiving ham. I said, "Why do you cut off the end of the ham?" She says, "Because, I don't know, that's how my mom always does it." So I asked mother-in-law, "Carol, why do you cut off the end of your Thanksgiving ham?" She said, "I don't know, that's how my mother always did it." So I asked Grandma, "Why do you cut off the end of your famous Thanksgiving ham?" Grandma said, "I cut off the end of my Thanksgiving ham so it'll fit the only pan I have." How many of us are cutting off the end of our ham because that's what we know, and that's what we do, that's what we've learned, and it's called the familiarity trap. I'm not the smartest teacher at my college, and I never will be, but that doesn't matter, because I am smart enough to recognize the value of ideas and information. I am smart enough to recognize when I implement some ideas, I can create learning excitement in my classroom. So I'll end with 2 things. A group of school children were in the playground. They were teasing a young boy. They took out a dime and nickel and said, "You can have either of these. Which do you want?" The young boy took the nickel because it's bigger. And the kids would laugh and tease and point. Next day they'd do the same thing. "You can have either of these, the nickel or the dime, which would you choose?" "The nickel, because it's bigger." This continued for several weeks. A teacher came out and noticed what was going on and came a little closer and heard the boys one more time say, "Which do you want, the nickel or the dime?" "The nickel, because it's bigger." The bell rang. The teacher made her way over to the student, the young boy, and said, "Are you aware that a dime is worth more than a nickel?" He said, "Sure I am." "Then why do you continue to choose the nickel?" That's easy, teacher, because as soon as I choose the dime, they'll stop bringing me money. You see, the teacher and the older boys saw the small picture, but the young boy actually saw the big picture. I hope all of you will take a step back and see the big picture in your classrooms and be open and aware of other opportunities that we can do to engage our students. I'm not a poor teacher as I started. I, like you, am a rich teacher. We have the greatest job in the world, the opportunity to influence and inspire and build people and provide skills and a better way of life. We're rich teachers.